Hi, this is Patrick Rodriguez with SoulHealingTherapy.com. So today we're going to talk about emotional triggers and how to get past emotional triggers. What do you do when someone says something to you and it just irks the out of you? Emotional triggers, that's our topic for today. Okay, so when we talk about emotional triggers, what do you do and how do you respond when someone pokes you? What do they call that? Like poking the elephant? Poking the tiger, that's what it is. So you're the tiger and someone's poking at you. What do you do? For some of us, we respond with fear. Some of us, we respond with anger. Some of us, we respond to God only knows what it is for you. But let's take some emotional response. How do you get to the point where you are not responding in just a knee-jerk reaction? Because that's what we're really talking about, is letting go of that. When someone says something or does something and you react rather than responding. Now, in my opinion, it's almost impossible to do this from a perspective of using a technique like, okay, when someone does that, your response should be think about what you're going to say, count to 10. It just don't work. The way to remove emotional triggers is to work on it at a time when you're not triggered. A time when you have time to yourself, alone, the privacy of your own home. You imagine someone poking you in the way that really sets you off. Feel the feelings of how you feel when you're triggered. Let's say anger. Because the truth is, if you can imagine a 55-gallon drum of anger, maybe a gallon is from what's going on in the moment. Someone triggers you emotionally and you respond with anger. You're not responding to what they just did. Not entirely. Maybe 1 gallon is the appropriate response. 54 gallons, you're responding to something in your past. So the question becomes, how do you find what is in the past and how do you release it? When you are working on your own or with a trusted friend or a counselor, or even myself, you allow the feelings to come up. You imagine someone poking you, whatever poking means to you. You allow the feelings to come up and you notice where it takes you. If you're doing it for the first time, you may not even notice anything other than just your anger or your breathing or the tightness in your body. It probably won't be the memories that surface, not immediately. But as you allow it to be there, as you give it permission to be there, without judgment, without saying it's good or bad, because some people start to feel their feelings and then they put a label on it. Oh, that's bad. I'm not supposed to get angry. Oh, this is good. And they congratulate themselves and they go off on their own little tangent. No. You feel anger and you allow yourself to feel anger. Stay with it. Feel where it's coming from. Memories will start to surface. And for many people, it's very legitimate anger. And it's a very legitimate response in intensity. So when someone pokes you and you have a major blow up, that is an inappropriate response, but you're not responding to what someone did. You're responding to something that happened 5, 10 years ago, or in some cases, 30 and 40 years ago. That's what we want to let go, is those emotionally intense experiences. Or for some people, they just completely shut down. For some people, someone says something and they're just devastated. And those also are inappropriate responses. Would you like cake after dinner? And it reminds some person of the time that her boyfriend from high school broke up with her. These things are real. These things have happened to more than one person. And all I want from you is for you to be able to be free of your own triggers. So how do you do that? Number one, you got to work on it. And you got to give it time. Working with yourself is great. Working with a trusted friend, working with a counselor, or working with me. Allow the energy to come up so that it can come out. When it starts to come up, don't label it, don't judge it. Just give it permission to be there so that it can come up and come out. Next thing you know, no more triggers. You're free. And that feels amazing. Okay, this has been Patrick Rodriguez with SoulHealingTherapy.com. Click the like button, click the subscribe button. Let's talk more. Hopefully you'll find something that works for you. I want your freedom for you. Talk to you soon.